too late. Hey, it's too late to apologize. It's too late. Are y'all singing? Do you ever feel like it's too late? Like, you've been through so much that it is just too late for you to be different, because you hold on to that because it encompasses, it embodies what you've become. You let yourself be defined by disgrace, disease, oppression, whatever you've been living in and lived through, that does not really define you unless you allow it to. You know, we need to learn that all this that we're in, all this life, it's like it's a ride, you know. We need to learn to laugh at it, but we can't because we're too rigid. I used to fall into this so bad. I just went into Walmart and I saw somebody I hadn't seen in a long time, and she was like, "Oh my God, you look really different. You really, what has happened?" On and on. And I said, "I'm not sick anymore." And she said, "Wow, that is so true. I used to be defined by all these autoimmune disorders. I used to be defined by my OCD. I used to be defined as his wife. I used to be defined as that, not as my own person, not as a free form spirit living out a human existence right now, you know." We're so serious all the time. Like, isn't it funny? I used to be like I would not ever take a deep breath. I was always like waiting to breathe. I would go around almost holding my breath, finishing this little task, and I used to notice like how many times my hands wiped this or that, or how many times I said the same thing, never stopping to allow myself to breathe in that moment. And I lost probably 15 years of my life. 15 years of the most important years of my life when my kids were growing up. And of course I was there, but was I really present? Was I really allowing myself to be free? You know, this lifestyle, low-fat, raw vegan, has, number one, healed me from a diseased body. Number two, it has healed me from a diseased mind, which is so much more important. It has freed me from the rigid cube I used to try to cram myself in, that I never ever belonged there, you know. But why are we doing it? You know, why do we allow ourselves to be like packed into all these little buildings, like in a high-rise, all together, or, you know, all droning around, everybody doing the same thing? Why do we allow that? Do we not realize that we need? A lot of people don't like to be alone. They're uncomfortable with it. Allow yourself to be alone. Only when you're quiet with your own self can you start to realize the authenticity that's you down on the inside, you know. We don't always have to be in a cloud like that. You know, what's interesting is all these years I've just held on so tight, and even to myself, that I didn't realize, you know, butterflies have to fly. You know, when you create a loose hold on yourself, though in a defined plan that you know is going to give you success, just like with your low-fat, raw vegan, low-fat, high-carb, more raw everyday vegan lifestyle, which sums it up nicely. I think even if you're on a low-fat, high-carb vegan diet, you want to strive for those raw foods. Even if you're having rice or potatoes or that kind of thing in the evening, I think we still want to strive. And by the way, when we're eating cooked food, the more raw greens you can eat with that, you're bringing in those enzymes, helps your body assimilate and digest the cooked food way easier, because you're adding living enzymes in there. Your body does create enzymes, but the thing is, we have like an enzyme bank, and as you deplete those, you don't have enough enzymes in your body. Therefore, you don't get all the nourishment that you need to from your foods, which is another whole story, but we'll talk about that later. But you know, over the last few years, I've noticed that it's really freedom when you lose a lot, like losing just what you thought was the only family unit you could know, losing or walking away from the job that was the only thing you thought defined you. The car you thought you had to have that you can't afford anymore. The home you thought you had to have but you can't afford it. You had a pool. You know what? So what? Play in the hose pipe. Turn on the sprinkler. Put down the tarp and some soap and make a slip and slide, you know. It's way less clean up than the pool, I'll tell you that. But you know, when you allow yourself not to be defined by those things and you don't feel so rigid and like, I'm going to lose that, I'm going to lose that, you actually gain everything. Do you know what I'm saying? What else? It's like, stand on your own in freedom, just with nothing but your mind and you sometimes, you know? Can I give you this gift today? Can I give you the gift of a mental break for yourself? You're not going to not tend your kids, and you're not going to not tend your husband or your wife, or not go to your job, or not do those things. But what I'm saying is allow yourself to take all the problems, all the things that define you, and put them in a couple little compartmentalized buckets. Maybe 2. Don't make it hard. Put them on the back burner. And today, be right here in the present. Be right here in the knowing that everything's okay because you've got you, you know? I mean, as this little breeze blows in, I'm sitting in the Walmart parking lot, you see? As this little breeze blows in, though, I could just be thinking, I got to get home, I got to do this, this, and this, or, you know, whatever. But instead, I just want to share this moment with y'all, and I wanted to, a minute ago, just feel that breeze coming in, and I just left Aldi, and let me show y'all what I got. I got, look, I'm going to go up here to a little park that's beside this little dam, and all the water flows over it. These are already washed and ready to go. I'm going to have these greens. This was $1.40. Very nice. Look, that's large right there. I'm going to have all those greens. And I'm going to have my favorite travel bag. God, that's heavy. Which will be my belly in a minute because I have 9 mangoes. These were, I think, 69 cents today. And look, if you're not sure about how to get a ripe mango, you want the flesh to be, you see how I can squeeze it like that? Yum. So I'm going to have all those, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel them down, and I will probably take my little car knife that I always have with me. It's in this little sleeve. I'm going to take that, and I'll slice me off a piece, and I'll put it in the lettuce, and I'll roll it up. I have some little mango tacos out there by the watery dam. But today I want to give y'all this gift. You know, instead of just being one in a crowd today, instead of just being the same drawn down you, let me give you the gift of putting all those things back on the back burner today. And instead, just stand on the hill. Stand on the hill and feel the breeze way over here. Here you are. That's me. You can tell because the dangly earrings and the hair. And I like her shoes. But look, and there's all the people. There you are. Standing in the neon. Shining your light, you know, the radiant light. That's what you can have today, you know. I just thought I'd come to y'all with that, and I might have something else to say, and you can see me eat my mangoes out at the dam. And you know, somebody was saying, oh, I was at a meeting today and it's hard at work because everybody's coming in with their fast food cups and all that. But really break it down. Break it down. And think about what they're really coming back with. They're really coming back with, after their lunchtime, their meeting's going to feel like this. While you're going to feel like, hey, you're going to feel fine, and you're going to feel good about you built up your temple, the temple of your body, instead of self-destruction, you know. And furthermore, if you wanted to go for their company, then eat before and then eat after, and order a water there full of lemons and munch on those. You know, choose your own path, and furthermore, feel good about it, you know. Well, I forgot what I was going to tell y'all now, but it was something about that. So, just be you, you know. And down in the comments, see how you could do that. You could take that gift that I'm giving you. Here you go. And run with it, just for a couple days. And see if you don't, when you let everything go, how you gain everything. See y'all later.